Hi everyone! So first video review for this week is for The Arrangement by Melissa Tereze. I have just posted my Goodreads review, so if you want to go and check that out, if you are on YouTube there is a link in the description below, or if you are on Facebook or on my blog then there is a link within the post, or the review is within the post, and you can check that out. I hope you will. But this is the video review for The Arrangement by Melissa Tereze. So The Arrangement was absolutely heartbreakingly beautiful. Every time Melissa writes a book and she sends it in for review, I am a little bit blown away by how much better the book is than the one I read last time, which is amazing because they're all brilliant stories, but every one of her books I'm reading is getting better and better, and I'm really enjoying them. So this book, The Arrangement, focuses on two characters, but it heavily focuses more on one character than the other. So you've got Sam and Alexis. It's mostly Sam's story, but Alexis, she has a few bits and pieces from her point of view as well. So Sam tragically lost her wife and she hasn't loved anybody since, and she meets Alexis when, kind of acting on impulse, she sort of makes a decision to hire an escort, and although she's hesitant about it, she goes through with it, just sort of to be clear, that she only wants dinner and sort of companionship out of it. She doesn't want anything else. So she meets Alexis and they have this great connection, but Sam really isn't looking for anything more. Alexis completely understands, and even though she completely understands, they can't deny they have this attraction to one another, and that they have something more. They could have something more. So when they meet up again, obviously their attraction to one another is stronger. There's also the fact that it's an age gap romance that plays really heavily on Sam as well, and it really holds her back a little bit. But Sam's one of those characters, she just continually stands in her own way, and she needs a few people to push her in the right direction. So she has quite a complicated life. Alexis has quite a complicated life isn't even right. Alexis's life is complicated, and her life isn't all it seems either to Sam, so there's a lot to be discovered, but their paths keep crossing, and obviously the past slowly makes itself present, and Alexis and Sam, they have a lot to overcome if they are just going to have the love that they want to have, and the future that they want to have. So like I say, this is kind of slow burn. It's romance, it's age gap, and I really adored it. Literally the plot, the characters, the moral and the meaning behind it all, it was all so clever, really well put together, and the brilliance just came in this one with all the twists and turns that were built into the plot that you don't see coming. Oh my god, they were an absolute shock. So you're like reading along, and then like you were literally like like when stuff was coming out, all this past stuff was coming out, and you're like, oh my god. So that was really amazing, and it was those factors that really drove the plot and the story home and really pushed it. There was obviously destiny intertwined into Sam and Alexis' life. They were meant to meet, they were meant to find one another, they were meant to be in each other's lives, and they really are wonderful characters. They're dealing with quite sensitive subjects as well here, such as death. You know, it's always quite a tricky one in books and stories to get right, and Melissa, she's just got it right in this story. She's really handled it with sensitivity and handled it well. And for those who really like a cleverly interwoven plot, but a really heartwarming story, this really shines through in the lives and details of both the characters, throughout the book. And so for me, it was really heartwarming. It was just a really lovely book that I definitely recommend having a read of. It was really good. I just loved how invested I got. I got quite invested, mainly for Sam, really. But there really wasn't anything not to like. So I do hope to see more from Sam and Alexis in the future, and I believe there is more from them in a sequel, so I'm really looking forward to checking that out. But when it came to the relationship being formed, obviously between Alexis and Sam, complicated is the only word to describe it. There was so much complication, and that kept the drama, and not only did they have a lot going on in their present, they had a lot going on in their pasts as well. So it really made it impossible to pick one of them that you could say that you really like more than the other equally, although they were so different. They had so much to like, because they had so much to overcome and so much for you as a reader to learn about them as their character developed and their story developed together. So I just loved both of them, and especially together they were brilliant. I could really empathise with Sam, even though I haven't been through what she's been through, and most of us probably haven't, and that's again a really sign of like really good writer, someone who can make you empathise with the character. There's something you haven't even experienced, or not quite as dramatically and impactfully as they have experienced it. So I really loved that about Sam. And Alexis, I just felt for her, like all she was going through and dealing with, and everything that it meant for her building a relationship with Sam, because Sam wasn't the easiest person to be building a relationship with. And you know, Alexis was changing her life, and so that has to be admired. But the way they were with each other was just beautiful, and although it was troubled, their love for one another was really, really strong, and it really shone through in the story, and I just really adored both of them for it. So all I can say is I really love this book. I would recommend it. I can't wait to read any sequels and any more about Alexis and Sam, and I just really, really enjoyed it, so I hope you will too. I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy of The Arrangement by Melissa Tereze. If you've read The Arrangement, please let me know what you thought of it. How did you find the story and the characters? Come and have a chat. If you haven't read it yet, if you're planning to read it, if it's on your to read list, or you're really interested in reading it now, again, we'd love to hear from you, because we'd love to know what you're interested in reading, because it was great to hear that. And if you do check it out, I really, really hope you enjoy it. Bye.